So a while back, I did this review on a book called The Clear Skin Diet. It was by Nina and Randa Nelson, and they're two vegan fitness YouTubers who, post things about what they eat in a day, their vlogs, their daily life, their music career, their acting career, things like that. They're very well established with over 600,000 subscribers. One of the ways that I was introduced to Nina and Randa was by Brian Turner. Now, I followed Brian when he was doing his whole Accutane series, his whole journey, about he was documenting it for 2 years and how Accutane was basically changing his skin, how he had to go off weight to make Accutane actually work for his skin, to take away all the cysts. And eventually I saw this video where he was on their channel and they were on his, and they talked about the importance of diet and acne. And eventually I decided to buy their book. It's called The Clear Skin Diet, and it's basically a diet that advocates for a low-fat, high plant-based diet. So you're not really eating any meat, any fish, you're not eating any high-fat vegan plant foods as well. So no avocados, no peanut butters, no tofu, no seeds, nuts, anything like that. You're basically staying away from stuff that's considered healthy fat and taking it away from your diet, because according to them, that clears your skin. Now, I would say this was a pretty extreme diet because you can't use cooking oil spray. You had to buy non-stick cooking pans, and even when I did do that, the pan would stick and it would really be hard to clean right after. So you can't eat that, you can't eat tofu, you can't eat a lot of high-fat foods, so you're really stuck with eating a lot of sweet potatoes, beans, rice, pastas, stuff that's oil-free, fruits, vegetables, and you're kind of eating that every single day. And you can mix it up with other things, but it's not a lot of variety, and it's really tough to eat because I do like to work out and I do want to put on more size, more muscle, and the fact that I wasn't able to eat meat and chicken, and vegan bodybuilders that I know are still allowed to eat oil, they're still allowed to eat high-fat foods, tofu, things like that, soy, almond milk, and I wasn't allowed to eat any of that. So it was tough to follow that diet and try to put on some weight. But to give you guys a little bit of backstory, I did the diet. I was on the diet for about a month. These are my pictures. You can see the first one was me with acne, and the second one I actually did get better with my skin. I still had acne throughout the whole process, but it felt better than this as opposed to that. So one of the things that happened was I went really a long time, like maybe several months after that, just sticking with the diet. And this was a picture of myself on my birthday. This was me following the diet, maybe like 80%. The only thing I added back to my diet up until that point was chicken. And other than that, I wasn't eating any dairy, no soy, no high-fat foods, anything like that kind of that I thought was disrupting my skin. And as you guys can see, my skin was actually pretty okay. It was doing pretty well. And for the following months, I was doing the diet, and I still had acne here and there, but I always felt like it wasn't as bad as it was before. And this was a picture like around 7 or 8 months into the diet. As you guys can see, my face was looking pretty good, some acne, but not a lot to make my life a living hell. But one thing changes, and one thing that changed was that I went to Chicago as a graduation gift to myself, and one of the things that I started noticing was once I was in Chicago, I started breaking out a little bit more than I was accustomed to. Stuff on my lips, stuff on my chin, on my cheeks. And I was still sticking with a diet that had no soy, no high fat, no dairy, no, anything like that. But I was still breaking out, and as you guys can tell from my videos that I was posting, my skin was not looking great. I was getting really bad whiteheads on my lip. I was breaking out on one side of my face. I was breaking out on this side. I was getting really painful bumps, and I was eating the same. When I got back from Chicago, it was only getting worse, and I was still eating the same. There was no change in my diet, and I really didn't know what was going on, because I was telling myself, I'm eating this way, so I shouldn't have any acne at all, but it was still coming back, and it was coming back with full force. The acne that I was getting up until that point made me feel like I was eating like crap when I actually wasn't. I was eating pretty clean and healthy, and it shocked me that I was still breaking out. So eventually, about 2-3 weeks ago, I honestly just was like, you know what? Screw this, I'm going off this diet, and I basically just didn't care anymore. I remember one day I looked in the mirror and I just started laughing, because I was like, this is my face. I honestly just lost the care in the world. I didn't have a care in the world, and I looked at it, and one of the things I did was I ordered sushi, and I ate it with a big smile on my face because it was so delicious. And I didn't have to worry about confining myself to a certain set of diet and my face still looking like crap. And for those of you who don't know, I'm in a support group for the Clear Skin Diet. Nina and Randa made it up, and they basically have this support group on Facebook, and I'm a part of it, and there's like around 2,000 members. And basically what it is, it's a support group where people share their recipes, their experiences, help each other out. They're there for support, really. And there's quite a few people there who comment all the time like, hey guys, I'm sorry, I had to go off this diet. I'm losing too much weight. I lost my period. I'm not feeling as full as I can. My acne feels like it's getting worse. And there have been plenty of people who said that they just completely went off the diet and did something else and their skin got way better. And the thing about Nina and Randa's book is that it's titled The Clear Skin Diet, where they basically say it will clear you up. And there are plenty of instances in this support group alone that show that's not the case. And when I started reading a lot of posts like that where girls were saying they were losing their period, losing weight, they felt like they weren't making any progress after 3 months, I just really felt bad, because that's a lot of things people with acne go to stop their acne. You know, they go through these extreme diets, they go to buying a lot of products on for their face, they go to going to the dermatologist to getting the new cream, whatever it is. They go to the extreme to want clear skin. And it's sad that they go to the extreme for this diet and they still don't see any results up until this point. And one of the things that's happened since I quit this diet is that I ate pizza again, I ate spring rolls again, I ate some sushi with some soy sauce on it. I've been eating a lot of stuff that I basically deprived myself for the past year, and I feel amazing. It felt great to have that flavorful food in my mouth and not just, have, the constant sweet potatoes, chicken, rice, beans, fruits and vegetables every single day, and just let myself indulge into that for once, in the past year, and it felt awesome. And it just really goes to show that honestly with acne, everyone is different. What works for someone will not work for someone else, or it's not guaranteed to work for every single person in the world, because skin is different. What causes acne for one person might not cause acne for the other, as we've seen with many case studies, many photos, many things, even my own personal life. There's plenty of people who eat whatever they want but don't get any acne at all, and I'm not that case. I get acne regardless of what I eat, I guess. And it sucks because I try really hard and I want clear skin, and I'm willing to do a lot of things for that. And I went on this diet for a year and it worked somewhat for me. But now I'm off to the next thing, and that is Proactive. I'm using Proactive right now for my skin, and so far it feels like it's doing okay. Like, I'm not really experiencing bad breakouts. Some pimples occasionally here and there. I'm going into my 3rd week right now, and I feel like I'm making good progress. And I'm gonna do before and after pictures to show you guys what exactly I look like before and after. So if you're looking at this video and you've done the clear skin diet, or you're thinking about doing the clear skin diet, go right ahead. If it works for you, that's awesome. If it doesn't, you gotta try to move on to the next thing. We can't let one thing be a hurdle in our journey to get clear skin. If you gotta go to the dermatologist and get tropicals, go and do that. If you gotta go on Accutane, try doing that. If you gotta buy Proactive, if you gotta do something else other than changing your diet, try doing that. Because what works for someone else isn't gonna work for yourself, and vice versa. And that is a case with me, where I'm still looking for something that works for me, and hopefully Proactive is that solution. And I hope you guys find your solution as well.